Hey beauties, hey bows, this is Gina coming to you by myself. Since I'm back to work, I really don't have the time to do my open books like I want to at home, so I think the majority of them, they're going to be done while I'm riding around. So this will be the first little ride around open book. I'm on my way to the mall. I gotta pick up some lotions from Victoria's Secrets. So I figured I'd go ahead and do an open book on the road. So I'm gonna talk about being alone. And this is gonna cover aspects of if you're not in a relationship anymore, or if all your children are grown and out of the house. And this is actually a common problem, or I don't want to really say problem, but issue that, you know, ladies have from time to time. I know a couple of people in my family, they've never been alone. They went from mom's house to husband's house, and then, you know, if that didn't work out, they got married again, like right away, you know. So they've never really been on their own, and a lot of women have that, you know, they do that. And so a lot of it comes from the fact that they really don't like to be alone for whatever reason it may be. You know, it could be the fact that some kind of insecurity within themselves, and it's not that they don't have self-confidence, it's just that part of them is not able to allow them to be at home, you know, alone or what have you. And then it could be the fact that they feel that they have to have a man in their life. Some women have that, you know. Then you have it on the other side, like I was talking about with the children. You know, some of them, their kids are all grown. They're used to having the kids at home. Now they're all off to college or whatever, and they just don't know what to do with themselves. So by me, you know, pretty much going through this before, but I've always been a person that's been comfortable enough to be by myself. And I can say the one thing that can actually help you with this is find something that you like. Find something that interests you. And this will allow you to fill up that time where you feel that there's a void. Oftentimes that's all it is you don't have anything to replace that person or those kids, so you feel as though that you can't be by yourself. You know, also people can look at it as how do I want to put that? I don't know, they feel like in order for them to be complete, there always has to be somebody there, if that makes any sense. And that's not the case, because if you think about it, if you really sit and you think about it, who's your best company? You should be your best company. You should be able to like being with you. I mean, because if you don't, how can you really expect anyone to enjoy your company? If you can't enjoy your company, nobody else can. And I mean, I love being with me. I find something to do to keep my mind occupied, to keep my time occupied, or what have you. But a lot of people have a issue when it comes to that, you know, and it's more frequent than not. You know, you'll find women, they'll break up with this person, and within less than 2 weeks they with somebody else. You really need time to heal yourself from a relationship, especially if you've been in that relationship for a long time, a number of years. If you've been in a relationship for 2 or more years, you really need that me time. You need that time to be with your thoughts and your feelings, you know, so you don't carry that over into the next relationship. Or, you know, if it was something that was done on his behalf, you know, even with the kids. And I know, especially with me, by me being a teen mom, I've been a mom and I've been with my children since the age of 15, you know. And so when my baby girl left home, I kind of felt like, how am I going to fill that time up? Because even though I had my honey there, it's still like something's missing, you know, when your kids aren't at home anymore. So I even had to, you know, kind of deal with the empty nest syndrome, if you will. And I actually was appreciative of this time because it gave me the opportunity to reconnect with myself. And, you know, since I was a young mom, I actually had to put myself, my being, on the back burner, and so that I would know how to, you know, take care of my kids and do what I needed to for my kids, instead of worrying about me, you know. And so having the kids out of the home actually allowed me to reconnect with myself. And the more time that I've been spending with myself, I've been really falling in love with me, you know. I know it may sound weird, but I am really falling in love with me. You know, I'm connecting with more things that I like, more opportunities that I want to engage in, more goals that I'm setting for myself, and that sort of thing. What's fun to me, I'm reconnecting with that. I mean, there's a host of opportunities out there for me, and I see this, and I'm really thankful for the fact that I had my babies at a young age, because it allowed me to grow up with them, and so I wouldn't be disconnected with that generation, seeing as I was still young. And at the same time, it freed up my later 40s and 50s so that I could really enjoy the rest of my life. I mean, to put it bluntly, I'm at an awesome time in my life. I really am, and I'm so thankful for it. So the point of it all is, don't be afraid to be alone. You know, lonely is different than being alone. And sometimes we confuse the two. Alone is just you by yourself. Just you and yourself. That's it. You know, B put it best. Me, myself, and I. And I love that. It's just me, myself, and I. You know, lonely is a state of mind where you don't want to be there. You don't want to be there, because that's not healthy. That's not healthy physically, and it's not healthy mentally. So always find something to replace the thing that you're missing, the person that you're missing. And don't replace it with that guy, or don't replace it with that drug or that wrong activity. And I hope you feel what I'm saying here. So replace it with something that's positive. Replace it with something that you've been putting off, that you've been wanting to do for yourself. Now is the opportunity that you could do that for yourself. In other words, this is the time where you can finally think about just you. And that's where I'm at. I'm at a point now in my life where I've done what I needed to do by my children, and I'm at a point now where I can actually really sit back and think about Gina, you know. And it's not selfish. It's not selfish at all. All it is that I'm exploring things that I had to put off until I was done raising my kids, until, you know, a place where they're able to be with themselves. So just always remember that just because you have an empty home doesn't mean it has to be empty. Fill it with something that you enjoy. Fill it with something that's going to make you happy and make you satisfied until that special person comes along, until you're ready to open up and share your time with somebody else. So on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. Please put your thoughts and your comments about this. If this is something you've experienced, I'd be more than willing to listen and hear about that. So I'm gonna go ahead, run inside of here into this mall and get my girly on. So I will talk to my beauties and my bows in another video. I love you, beauties and bows, oh so much. You already know that. So this is Gina, and I'll see you soon. Bye.